Oh,
everyone.
you did.
Fuck you know. Right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Deus Fault and the fucking sanity this is, apparently. So, we've got Cameron as Garrick. Bailey as Oberon.
Hello.
Dylan as a character I genuinely have forgotten entirely the name of.
Emerance. Hi.
And we have James as Abraham.
I was going to say, Billy, you should have had Abraham on there instead of Marilyn.
And James will have to change that, not me.
Oh, is that something I can do?
It's a load of faff, don't worry about it.
Okay, fine.
Preparation.
So, last session, and I think actually I'm going to do a bit of a longer recap because it's been a fucking month and a half since we've done this.
Wow.
Wow.
So, the party has fallen into a ravine, one that they had opened after going into a kind of a large pit in the Elven countries. They encountered a spider and noticed that this have been informed after dealing with certain circumstances that this pit is full of spiders, and they've noticed them started climbing to the top. They've also noticed some references to a being that they assume is one of the saints that were previously mentioned. They did some fucking around in the village of Rao, where they discovered a kind of subhuman civilization that seemed to be based around these spiders, collecting their spider webs and seemingly living off fungi as well as a source of nutrition. They were informed that if they wanted to venture any further down into the ravine, that due to a poisonous atmosphere, they would have to go find a certain type of fungus that could insulate their lungs. So therefore have traveled to Mus, where they ventured out into the fungus fields to deal with certain sort of spiders that seem to be infecting these fields, preventing the farmers from getting the fungus needed. They dealt with the spiders, but not to the loss of Erilyn and to the unfortunate infection of multiple members of the group. Travelling back across the ravine, they noticed that the influx of spiders going upwards was greater, and managed to get across the ravine back to Rao, going through Sankin La, and while there, the companion that had been following them, Rain, decided to continue travelling them with a sense of guilt over Erin's death. They have spent some time travelling down. They met the Court of the Spectator, where they met a spectator with multiple flumps revolving around it. They also met a Drider that Rain seemed to recognise. Travelling across, they went through a waterfall and going over a bridge. This waterfall seemingly infecting Garrick again, and linking Abraham to a mysterious entity below. But then travel forth, going into a large room covered with webs, and fought a large spider that seemed to be able to fire harpoons and shake the walls of the room, nearly causing the death of the party, and at the very least causing the death of both Zois and Mordfell, a Duragar that had been joined the party temporarily. They then ventured into the next kind of cavern, where they met some humans, seemingly two being plague doctor-looking characters, two wearing very iron masks with long robes. There's a horrible fucking source of background noise, I think from Dylan. And an individual who seemed to be wearing a sword and just wearing basic clothes, protecting these people. They met up with them, and the last bit of information they got just before we ended the session was that there were several Durigar that were down in these caves that were baiting in people to be captured as slaves. That is where we have got to with this. Basically, you guys have just met up with them. They promised that they would try taking you to their particular city. And yeah, this is where we stand. So you're currently within a cavern. You are starting to be learned out that they plague doctors themselves with harvesting fungi in this cavern. It's kind of a bit damp in here. It's large, but you don't actually see any presence of spiders or anything like that in here. And they start leading you down a corridor. You notice very quickly, by the way, that the man with the sword is not being hostile to you, but you do see that he's had his hand on the pommel of the sword, and he's not going aggressive towards you, but he's making sure that he's standing between you and the other, the group of people that were following him. What is everyone doing? Is anyone doing anything in particular?
Eric is standing here like he's been here the whole time, but also confused.
Thanks, bro.
I've just been staring into space for what feels like weeks. I'm
looking around, going, I have no memory of this place, but sure, I was here.
I vaguely remember that myself and I think Abraham were helping them find mushrooms to try and just like, we're not bad, don't be scared.
I'd say that they pointed out a few that you had to go collect, and I think we did the rolls for that. And
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure you got the funguses need. So yeah, but they've collected the funguses. Rain is basically the mediator between the two because she's the only one who can speak Undercommon at the second. Oh, that reminds me. There's the one thing I forgot to tell you, James. Abraham at the second can speak all the common languages.
All
So
the common?
Yeah, he's got an amulet.
Okay.
What do you mean by all the common languages?
So
Bearing in mind, common
standard
is
like
language.
well,
Indeed.
it would be like common, dwarvish, elvish, halfling, gnomish.
So it's like,
It's not like abyssal, deep speech, that sort of stuff.
Sorry, standard languages then.
Stuff you'd expect to see in the marketplace.
I was gonna say it's like common is a language. A variation.
Except undercommon. Undercommon's not a common language.
Why would it be? It's exotic.
I like the way you said it'd be like if I hear it in a market. I love that.
That makes sense. It's that sort of thing, isn't it?
Like, it's not uncommon to hear it just when you're out and about. Okay, cool. So,
Actually, thinking about it, amusingly, it's also it's the amulet that Mordfell was having. So if you remember that amulet.
I remember that,
Fuck
yes.
that guy. All my homies hate
Yeah,
Northville.
So Abraham's looted.
We all looted. There was shit gotten last session, man.
Oh, that's true. You weren't here last session, were you? I think.
No, I started the fight, and then I was there to do a few rounds of the fight, and that was about it.
So, okay, so we are at this place, and we are... Sorry, I just want to understand. So we're here to find... What? Sorry?
We're here to revive you.
Yeah, that's what I thought. No, I had a feeling,
But so originally, though, we were helping Wardfell because he was going to give us a diamond that we could use to revive.
I am a
But fuck
diamond.
that guy, and especially
But-
you,
But I'm getting
Abraham.
That was something that I just remember. That was something else that was mentioned. Rain had mentioned a possible alternative to a diamond being found.
Yeah, she said we're gonna have to
Yeah.
break into the drow place, didn't she?
Drat.
Yes.
Oh, great. So we didn't find a diamond on Wardfell then.
We need to head down that way anyway to get Zoe's back as well.
If
He would not have found a diamond on Wardfell. There's no way he would have taken that.
Okay, I have forgotten a lot on that buddy thing. There was also the recap of Zoid's. There was a spider that was talking to Abraham
And
psychically.
Oh.
Yes, but then now the spider is just talking to him constantly, and has mentioned that to bring Zoid's body down to the bottom of the pit, to potentially redeem a deal.
oh no.
Right. Okay. Just to ask, are you role playing the spider, or am I just hearing it in my head, and that's it?
Like unless I'm talking, you're not hearing it. Basically,
That's
I
perfectly
will. I will
Luca
say
is
what
the
it's saying.
in your head.
Don't do that. Don't give him that power. Good lord, man.
I
He
have
already
all the
has
power, I'm the DM. Okay.
So we have Erilyn and Zois. Who's carrying? I'm guessing Abraham's carrying one and I'm carrying the other.
Zoe's is in the bag.
Zoid's is in a
Yeah,
bag
did
of
we
holding.
decide that he would fit in the bag of holding? I was just small enough that I
I've used one of my infusions to make a bag of holding, and Zoe's is in the bag of holding.
Think of it as like a portable body bag.
Because he doesn't need to breathe.
Yeah, but there's also the fact of, like, you know, keeping bodies chilled so they
He's
don't start.
fine.
There's no
You
oxygen
threw a
in
couple
there.
of ice cubes in
It's
there.
not
it's
reactive.
alright.
No, it's a vacuum in the bag, right?
True.
This is amazing.
I mean,
I've missed so much, but so little has changed.
So I'm pretty sure that when it happened, Abraham couldn't use gentle repose on him. So we just had to, like,
Yeah, no, that is
Hope.
correct.
we
yeah.
had to shove him in the bag and hope.
Why couldn't you use gentle repose?
Because
No
we
spell
had,
slot.
we had nothing. We had nothing left at the end of that fight against the
Everything
spider.
was spent at the end of that fight.
We were like
Right.
bloody
have you taken a long
whack-a-moles.
rest since then?
Yeah.
Yes, everyone has taken a long rest.
Right, because I don't think I will have had that on my character yet.
Do take it if needed. We've not used anything aside
Yeah,
from.
well, considering I'm at 0 out of 54. my character.
Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it.
Sorry, I did not long rest you.
No, it's fine. I would have expected you to. It's just coming back to it and then seeing I'm dead. It's like, oh, well, that
We've just been
It's a
dragging
walking
you.
corpse.
Can I not take a rest? No, so I have to go to 1 to be able to take the rest. It doesn't
So-
let you take long.
That's amusing.
I hope that was enough of a recap, by the way, because that was a decent amount. I felt like.
Yeah, that's good.
I think that was everything that we needed.
I mean, I suppose we'll find out if there's stuff that we're forgetting as we go.
Very true, very true.
So what starts happening is, as I say, you guys are now walking out into a kind of a corridor. You do see that they aren't. You don't see them in an aggressive stance, but you do see that they are very much keeping an eye out, making sure there's And
Sorry, the only other thing is we did find some magic items after we fought the spider. So does anybody want a potion of poison resistance as well? Just quickly, because I've got poison.
has gone around between.
I've got poison resistance now, so there's no point in me having it.
I'll take
I
it.
also have poison resistance, so I don't
Fantastic,
need
Garrick, you have a potion of poison resistance.
Woo!
Carry on, sir.
Cool.
His character sheet.
Anything else? Just want to confirm before we jump into RP. It'd probably be best to do it now.
Don't think we can do it now, but does anybody want a spear?
find a weapon.
In other words, Garrick, would a spear be good for you?
I have javelins, unless it's
Okay,
better than.
I'll hang on to it for
unless
now.
it's magical.
It is magical.
I'll take it.
You have to attune to it, so I don't think we can do it just yet. But I will give it to
Well,
you
we had a long
when we
rest,
rest.
so would you have given it to me during the long rest, or would you make it in the long rest?
Because you weren't here, we decided I'd hang on to it.
You'd have to wait until another long rest or
That's
another
fine.
short
Short
rest.
rest, yeah. I'll give it to you then.
Okie
That's
doke.
fine.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Cool.
Because Bailey also discovered what the fuck it was during that said rest as well.
Yeah,
It was a found item.
Fair enough.
So we Sorry, completely blank now. We then are continuing in Soundgate Corridor. They relate through Rain towards you guys, saying that there is a second party that needs to meet up with. That was basically investigating something else. They're a bit vague on the details. Like you see that Brain is trying to push her to try finding out what it is, but they're just mentioning that they are investigating something. And they'll meet up with them, and then they're gonna head to the city of the I'm gonna pronounce this fucking terribly. The Saka Order Oculi.
What I love is this is your city.
Indeed. I know.
I'm going to pronounce this horribly. It doesn't matter how you pronounce it. It's yours.
Just make it up.
You. So, is anybody doing anything, or it'd probably take about 20 minutes to get there? To where they're suggesting.
No, I'm just trying to look non-threatening. But I'm also keeping a wary eye out. Because cave equals bad.
Okay. Give me a investigation check.
Boom, boom, boom. Investigation.
Anyone else who wants to do this, by the way, if you are also looking out, you can do so as well.
13.
13? There is something about these caves that while you're walking, you're just having a quick look around. Something tries to catch your eye. You think when you kind of like you walk past something, you see something that seems interesting, and you look back and you just can't see it.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty about all we can get with that. Did anyone else roll, or is everyone just walking forward with the party?
I'm walking forward.
Cool.
Was this perception? Just have a look around.
It was an investigation check.
Yeah, not great, but
Hey.
Abraham's got too much on his brain at the moment.
I think Garrick's
Literally.
also just like facing his own mortality and the human spear not working.
Like that's the fucking an Ethel crown.
Just you wait till we get that man cannon on the go. Oh boy.
Railgun Garrick.
Yeah, just Garrick. Like he didn't have a lot of intelligence to start with, but as this goes,
It's the cave madness.
Can you imagine? I wonder how Hellish Rebuke would work with that.
let's not go there.
Force them to do damage by you throwing yourself on them. But whatever. Sorry, distractions. So, in that case, you guys walk another 20 minutes, which I shall put on the timer. And you meet up with a party, and the first thing you notice is they're somewhat similar. You see one individual is also holding sword. Like it looks like kind of a similar party structure. You see one of the plague doctors, one of these people with these iron masks, one of these people with swords. You see that the person who's holding the sword is also holding a chain, and it seems to be wrapped around another human, from what you can gather. But there seems something wrong with them. You don't know what it is. Like their facial structure's a bit like it seems very kind of greyish in complexion.
These boys need some vitamin C.
And like you see that they react to you. You see they like start walking towards you, but the guy pulls a chain and pulls him into himself. Like he's making sure to keep them away from everyone else. And you see that the groups kind of meet up. Like you don't see a reaction from your group about this. You see them meet up and have a quick talk.
I'd probably just look to Rain. and see if she says anything about it.
You do see that Rain is like looking at this person. She doesn't like. You see there is some confusion. She seems to turn towards you, like whispers in Elvish. Like every time she is trying to talk to you, she is whispering to you. Like she wants to make sure no one's hearing. No, well, no idea what that is.
Cave people.
So is Rain just talking to you in Elvish at the moment? Is that it? Still.
She would talk to anyone she knows that speaks Elvish, which at the second I don't think Abraham has talked to her in Elvish yet, therefore she's not really talking to him.
And
You probably
I
can
doubt
pick up the covers.
Oh, okay.
Like, if you started talking to her in Elvish, she'd probably be a bit shocked, going, "What the fuck? That's why we're talking earlier then." But she would probably respond to you.
I thought the amulet just made it so they understood you
Oh, maybe
in
not
that
speaking.
language, not that you spoke it.
You know what? You are correct. I have forgotten my own rules and my own fucking items. Yes.
I'm rewind.
So, you see that the groups do start communicating. You see they are pointing now on the kind of a pathway. Not the one you came down, but another one. And you see them start scratching into a stone slate. Some details. Are you guys doing anything particular, or you just gonna let them finish off their business and then they start walking away?
No, I'd probably ask Rain anything we should be worrying about, and I'd like nod my head towards them.
She kind of is listening in. She kind of just mulling over in her head. Like, I think I heard the word vault, like kind of a treasure room or something like that. Seems to be down there. I think they were trying to investigate it.
Okay, now that's something of a trigger word for me.
I wonder why.
The last time we came across a vault, I almost got encased in molten metal.
I would like to point out that Garrick still doesn't even know what the vault is.
Yeah, to be fair,
He
Garrick
saw-
has seen the vault.
He's seen, but he doesn't know what it means.
You're better this way, man.
Which is amusing.
Well, I'll relay that to the non-Elvish people. They seem to be talking about some sort of vault.
That's not good.
DM question: what Garrick saw, would he have known it to be a vault, or would I have just seen just?
I think there was talk in the group. I imagine Garrick probably picked up that it was a vault, and it might be the I imagine Garrick has probably heard about this kind of mythical vault of legends. Like, you probably could have put those two together.
Okay.
It's that's probably what we're looking at, right?
So
No one's
Garrick
confirmed
just,
it, but I imagine
yeah.
there's suspicions.
Garrick just kind of turns like, do you think it's like the one we found?
I hope not.
Was he better not be?
Well, is it unheard of for multiple vaults of the same type?
I mean, I can't say I've heard any legends of a second vault of legendary caliber.
Turns out he's just been fucking planting vaults
There's just
everywhere.
tons of
isn't
them.
it?
It's like Borderlands. Oh god.
It's basically just a garage at this stage. You just you find an old fucking car in there. Why is this even down there? How the fuck do we get a car to the surface?
Well, shit.
But I am also concerned about the one in chains.
What, you mean the people that are slaves?
Well, they're either slaves, or they're using one of these weird mushroom zombies to detect other mushroom zombies. Cave stuff, man. I'm just throwing it out there.
Can I just say,
That is quite intense.
the sooner we get back to the surface world, the happier I'll be.
agree. You know what, Abraham, you feeling any tinglies from that man?
Am I feeling any tinglies?
No.
Okay,
Garrick's just touching me.
Not feeling anything right now.
well, that rules out one thing at least. He's not a mushroom.
I suppose that's good, in a way.
In
Yeah,
another
but-
not?
The other way of looking at it is he's just a slave, and
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the slaves.
Can I get a
You mean slaves is
Emerence,
bad?
if you want to be the breaker of change, you can do it when we're not around.
That's
Can
what
I
I'm
get a
here for,
perception
though.
check from you all, by the way?
Yeah.
He finally admits what he's here for. Yes.
what check?
I got a 17.
Perception.
That's a sleight of hand. That's not perception.
Perception, I got 16.
There we go. I got 14.
I rolled the highest.
So we got a. I think it was just one above 17, right?
That was me. Yeah.
Okay. For you who got a 17, it's hard to tell, but you do notice that. Sorry, I've got the stream open and that's fucking tripped me up.
Were you trying to move on the stream?
No, I was. I just heard my voice. Heard the voice in my head. It's like, oh,
And it is so beautiful.
yeah. So. Sorry.
It's
You
free
notice
thrown him.
that he doesn't have anything like a weapon or something like that in particular on him, but some of the patterns on his clothes look very like you see some emblems that are on him that are on the same of the swordsman as well. Like he seems to have certain patterns like adorning his clothes. That's really that's all you really see. That's just additional bit of information with that. It's kind of hard to see it on him, but as I say, he's wrapped up in chains. His clothes are a lot duller than everyone else's.
Okay.
They were back at me.
No.
So, the group probably at this stage is they do a bit of writing on the slates, put it away. You see that the swordsman kind of gives the chain to the other one, so the one that was in your original party, and you see him kind of like shake out his arm. It looks like looks like he got a bit tired, and you do notice the one of the plague doctors kind of lighting. It seems to like crack open a flint and iron, doing a bit of burning, and inside like a kind of container, and gives it to the swordsman who just let go of the chain, and it kind of huffs from it. And after
Do I
that,
smell
he
any
starts.
spore stuff from that? Sorry, can I sense anything from that?
They're doing a lot of
no.
drugs.
I think they tried
What-
to do that to us last time, didn't they? Something similar.
Yeah, they try to give you something.
Yeah, it's to get rid of the mushrooms.
Ah, like the complete opposite of what I was thinking. Was it?
Yeah, I think I'm fairly sure they tried to do that or something similar to you, to Abraham and Garrick.
Hmm.
When we said
But
they'd
the-
been mushroomed.
They had said that it was the case was too advanced.
But yeah,
for
it was too bad.
Abraham. So,
Wait. Does that mean Abraham's gonna die?
Who knows?
Eventually.
It is
No,
it's-
Have we just?
Everyone
That's
dies.
why we've been
has
actively
Abraham
trying
got
to get rid of
asbestos poisoning?
That's why we've been actively trying to get rid of it. It's more like the flipping cordyceps from Last of Us.
Oh.
God. Oh no.
If you hear him start clicking, run away.
We'll just keep him on a chain and like, drag him around with us.
Feel like Nick Frost at the end of Shaun of the Dead.
Oh yes. Get him on that PlayStation. Hell yeah.
Brilliant.
Abraham, come on.
YouTube.
Still got holy magic for some reason. It's
Really weird.
He's actually more useful, this friend. So, in that case, everyone starts heading down, and they seem to be going further down this tunnel. Let me just remember which tool it is. It's been a while. So this is where you met up. You kind of met up this kind of a here-ish. It's where the path coming off. It goes offwards. And you start kind of heading the slow slope downwards.
Yeah, I forgot how deep this map is.
To be fair, you guys have got a significant way through it.
And it's around this time we hear the smashing of bones as Timmy finally hits the floor.
Not Timmy.
Oh, he's been falling for literally days.
Oh my god.
Timmy the Fallen, literally.
Oh.
Comes back to Dark Souls boss.
I think the trauma that we put him through, yeah, probably. And that was part of him being dead.
Yes.
So, you are led to the ravine again.
Okay.
Your favourite place. I've just revealed a shit ton of fucking map I wasn't supposed to reveal then.
Whoa.
It was a kind of the grey wall, so it wasn't a major issue, but...
I don't know, man. I didn't know there was a grey wall there.
Yeah. You do see there is kind of hooks on the wall at this stage. Nothing connecting them, but you do, aside from a small strand of thread. And you see one of the swordsmen kind of pull on it, and like try to yank on it. Nothing really happens. He's just like, it looks like he's going to just prodding at it just to make sure. And he then pulls out a kind of length of kind of leather. And he kind of looks back at the group, talks to Lorraine. And Lorraine kind of goes, you see her kind of responding back and forth as a brief conversation. And she kind of looks at you with a look of, oh, this is going to be interesting. So...
They want us to slide on this rope, don't they?
Yes.
I look back at Erilyn. How the fuck are we gonna do that?
Oh no.
You do see him kind of like, he seems to have multiple strips of these leather strips. And he gives one to one of these plague doctors. You see the plague doctor kind of get up. He puts the leather like around the web. He's holding it both sides. And you see him start his zip line down across into the dark ravine.
Fuck.
Wait, what
That's
happened?
got
He
the
fell
interest,
into the ravine.
Slide along it like a zip line.
Oh.
Okay. Brilliant.
I feel that.
Just listen to how much he's enjoying this right now.
This man loves putting us in situations where we have to go across something very
Hey,
big
it's not.
and deep.
It's fine for most of us. There's only one person I'm worried about. And it's you.
Yeah.
You, sir, are playing captain. I haven't made a decent deck save ever. I want to fall off things.
It's alright, I have CPU.
Especially that
CPU reroll.
Especially since he's got fuck's sake. Especially since he's got this advantage on ability checks now.
Thanks,
Woo! So, who is going across the hole, and who's going across the hole with Erilyn, most importantly?
I
Not
will.
me.
I'll grab Aaron.
Okay, as you do that, he just leans in and goes, "Please be careful with her. She's
What
my
do you?
only character."
No, I'm just gonna throw her down
but,
the hole.
but make sure the coins stay on her eyes, because apparently that's a thing we have to worry about that Abraham didn't tell us until like an hour ago.
What?
Garrett goes into his bag, pulls out a bit of rope, and ties the rope around.
I
her
believe
eyes.
that. Yeah, I think they're tied by cloth at the moment.
Oh.
But it was when we were at the top of that last fight. He says it, and I'm like, what? We have to worry about the coins?
What?
I think I never threw a fucking fireball at you guys. Otherwise, that could have gone really well.
We made it all the way down this damn cave, and I've only just found out that I have to keep the coins in her eyes.
Fuck, I took them off just to fucking keep us some money.
Yeah, I changed them for Electrum.
Nice.
Brilliant.
Oh, I actually read into what they. Never mind. Before I get distracted.
Completely unrelated tangent later.
So, who is going across first?
I don't think it should be
Loud.
Abraham. I don't
Oh,
think
go
it
on then. I'll do it.
Okay.
Emrys
We'll
will
go
go.
on. To go on this, you need to either give me an acrobatics check or an athletics check.
I will give you an acrobatics check because an athletics check for me is a +1. Acrobatics is +7. So I'm gonna roll a manual D20 because the last time that we played, the actual dice.
Yeah,
were
what
shit.
is Dylan's character right now?
Don't
He's a
talk about
rogue.
it.
No.
Okay, do talk about it.
Yes,
it's fine.
that's what I needed to know.
The race.
I got a 13.
Is he a halfling?
I am a halfling. A stout halfling.
What
I'm
is
a
Dylan,
chunky
rogue?
little. I am a
Just wearing a cloak.
stout halfling rogue.
Okay. What did you get? Sorry, just to confirm.
I got a 13.
13. 13 gets you across.
Oh, thank God for that.
Well,
I'll just
like
turn
that.
around and wave at everyone else.
They
Can I see them?
You have just gone
I'm
across
just
like
waiting.
180 feet of a dark fucking.
I imagine that I'm waving where I think they would be. I'm just
Right.
waving.
Garrick at this point is asking for Auburn's assistant to fashion a backpack using rope attached to Erilyn.
Okay, so yeah, we'll do that. Do you want me to
While
roll?
that's going on,
Do you want me to roll for anything
Sleight
on
of
that?
hand.
Sleight of
Yeah,
hand.
just give me a sleight of hand just to see.
With advantage, because you're helping.
I wouldn't say so. I think it'd just be a straight sleight of hand.
Well, no, helping. The help action it provides advantage to any ability check.
Hey Abraham, you want to help while we do this?
Well, I'm technically helping.
I don't think Garrett could. If Abraham's helping, then that can give the advantage. You are tying him to Garrick.
The way he helps is by remaining perfectly still.
how do you want me to do it? Do you want me to roll?
I'll roll.
Don't need to roll.
Something tells me I might have a better sleight of hand than Abraham. I got a 23.
Yeah, you fashion a backpack that you think is alright.
Why didn't we think of doing this before?
Well, that's how we've been carrying her. Abraham has just sort of been hanging on to her.
So,
Is she a bit like the child from the Mandalorian? Stuck on the back.
Oh, the little baby Yoda thing.
Like, I think she's more like the dead mum in Death Stranding.
Yeah.
Wow.
The president.
Okay.
Funny you
So-
should mention that. I started playing that again recently.
Fair enough.
with the backpack in tow, are you going to do this, Garrick?
Well, I'm gonna, with her on the backpack, zip across. Yeah, but I'm not going next.
Cool.
I
Who
mean-
is?
I think Abraham's got to step up to the plate.
Okay, so you can either do an athletics check or a acrobatics check. Remember, you are rolling with disadvantage.
So I
We're
can either do
tired.
athletics or acrobatics, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Disadvantage.
As he's going, I'm going to be as close to the edge as I possibly can, and just waiting.
That's a 16.
Ooh,
16 wins.
that's pretty good.
Well, Abraham's athletics is pretty good.
All right, Garrick steps up to the plate and he
Good thing about zip lines, they can do both.
Garrick steps up to the plate and seeing as Auburn's the only one left, he turns to him and just goes. He just like braces himself and he just says, "Punch me really hard."
I punch you. It feels like you've been slapped by a wet noodle.
What's your strength for, Bailey?
0.
You take 1 point of damage. I'm joking.
I turn him like, that's not gonna do it. Garrick is gonna just kind of like find something to hit his head against to really get himself angry.
A fridge?
If there was a fridge down here, I think there would be many more questions to be had before crossing.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna rage.
Are you intentionally due to rage? Right. Okay.
Yes.
So, I will say, because you've done the backpack, you don't get a disadvantage, which is what I would have originally given you. But you do get a -3 to the roll for carrying Erlen.
But I do get an advantage on the roll because I am now raging. Because it's athletics, which is strength based.
I'm not denying that. You just get a -3 at the end.
That's fine. Well, I'm glad I rolled with advantage.
What was your other roll?
6 on the
Ooh.
dice. But I have a +8, so it would have been a 14 -3 would have been 11. Which would have been too close.
I was going to say, with Luca, that could have been a fail.
But 16 in with the -3 on top.
With the 16, you are able to get across. And you guys are kind of like, by the way, just on the other side, you're getting to a small ledge.
I'll be right back.
Like it looks like this has very much been like designed to be a main crossing point in a way. You are somewhat confused on how the fuck they get back across, but
Now I'm just like,
you
oh,
don't have to worry
finally.
about
I'm gonna walk home.
that.
I just start climbing up the side of the ravine.
All right, roll me a stealth check to see if you can hide from the spiders climbing up.
Oh no.
Right.
All right, are you going across as well?
I got a 21 on my acrobatics.
Cool. You are able to all get across without an issue.
God, it's a miracle. Actual fucking miracle.
Message him.
Congratulations!
Yeah, congratulations. You crossed the ravine for the first time without anybody falling off.
Nice.
No one's fallen to their death yet, so...
Timmy did. Again.
Wow, why do we keep bringing that up?
He's
dead.
deserve to die.
He's dead.
This small elven child ate skeleton corpse.
Wow. Poor Tim.
Sorry, Emerance doesn't even know who Timmy is.
No, that's true. Emirates will know. One day.
Really?
No, absolutely not.
I can't even remember if we told you about Zois yet.
Oh, I don't think you have, to be
I
fair.
think it's just in the bag.
I've just seen you carrying a mysteriously goblin-shaped bag.
No, it just looks like a regular pouch. It's a magic bag.
Oh.
So, everyone gets across. Let me just do a roll. I don't think they're going to have issues, but I want to make sure. You see the plethora of swordsmen. You see them kind of like tie the chain up with the guy going across, like the one who was bound up in chains. And you see him kind of winging it across with the chain on.
Nice.
I'm back.
Where the fuck's my D20
Why?
gone?
Well, because I'm playing D&D, James.
What?
Point.
What the hell is
It
D&D?
was just there. Oh, whatever. So, everyone gets across, and they say, "All right, we'll be taking you into the city now." They do relay some rules to Rain, just as we're going in. That
Rain,
you
hooray.
guys. They do say to you all that there's only, for now, there's going to be one section of the city that is open up to you. Just until they can confirm that you aren't a hostile element.
So just like a big grey squared wall, like in the Animus.
Basically, yeah.
I don't know how I
Turn
feel
back.
about
You've not
this.
gone far enough in the story.
So they laid you down, and you'll come into a city.
Oh, can have some chill music now. Yay!
Wait, we're supposed to hear music?
The bot should be playing music.
Can you guys see the map?
I can't
No.
hear music, and the map is currently black. Oh, there it is.
Oh, fucking hell, it's enormous. Look at that.
I can't hear the bot, by the way, at all.
Loki, can you hear the bot? Why has the bot stopped? Well, sucks to be you guys, I guess.
Aww.
What I love with this map is it's like really populated on the east side and just barren on the northwest.
Is this Fireland Shrine? It sounds very similar.
To be fair, that's just because I didn't finish off the one side of the map.
You didn't want?
Finish off that one side of the map. But you're not going to that section yet, so I'm not going to consider it an issue.
My man
Okay.
has his priorities.
We try and walk across a bridge and we hit an invisible wall. This area is under construction.
You guys are taken through a path, and you kind of find a natural kind of land bridge, going up to a huge stone wall. One of which you've not really seen this kind of construction at this stage. Like, you know, you've seen very much houses made out of fungus or houses made out of webs. This seems like kind of a normal stone brick wall. It's huge. You would have expected this to be quite hard to make down below. Like, they don't have an easy way to get these resources or an easy way to transport them. And you do see there are scratch marks among said wall. Like, it looks like it's had battle damage in the past. From a plethora of things. You think you see a few sword scratches on it. You think you see it's like a few arrows embedded into the fucking wall. And you also notice that you think you see fang marks from a fucking huge spider or something like that attacking the wall.
Oh.
Brilliant.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it does seem to be holding resolute. You don't see like it looks like it's only surface damage. You don't see like any like bricks missing on in that regard. And adorning the walls, you see some people that seem to be holding big ass fucking rocks, essentially. Like, kind of you see them kind of like leaning out on the wall, and some spears with them as well. To whoever's got a passive perception above a 14, I don't know who has that.
Above a
Have a look.
14 or a 14?
Above a 14, so
I have
15
a
and above.
12.
I can't remember how to see that on this variation.
It should be on the left side of the beyond character sheet. Leftish.
I want to say Abraham's is 16.
Abraham.
So he's a
is
wise
16.
man. A wise man.
Yes. Yes, Abraham has a 16 to his perception. So Abraham can see it. Anyone else?
No.
The spear you see looks fairly similar in construction to the one that Rain is holding. Like it, you see some like particular details on it that very much stand out to you. You do notice as well, she has been talking to them, but she's been hiding certain parts from them. Like, you know, you noticed obviously her not speaking Elvish to them or anything like that, but you do notice she seems to be withdrawing whenever she interacts with them properly. There's something you have noticed during your like things here. It's like it's taken a while to really pick that up.
So sorry.
But
Just, oh no, I wouldn't know. Oh no, I can hear her, can't I? Because of
Yes.
the amulet. Okay.
Yes.
When you say this, are you saying that she's with like holding back information about who we are and what we're doing, or is she just being a bit more careful with her wording, and is she just trying to be a bit more polite, or?
More holding herself back in her body. Like, you think that she's... Sometimes you've seen, like, her eyes through her, like, mask. Because, you know, they're just not... It's not a perfect mask or anything like that. Sometimes you see, like, you know, with her, like, she's, like, holding her weapons quite aggressively or holding her weapons to her side. With them, it seems like she's kind of holding them against herself. Like, trying to make their profile less known, in a way.
Oh,
I mean, our
okay.
understanding is that these guys are fighting the drow, right?
Yes.
So I can only imagine they're not going to take kindly to one literally just rocking up.
Sense.
I mean, they already don't like me because I'm an elf. I'm not even a drow. This is bullshit. Racists.
You do notice them, you guys get up to the wall, and there is... It's not a drawbridge. But you do see there is kind of a large portcullis across the thing. And behind it you see a set of, you suspect, metal doors. Like, huge, probably about 15 foot tall, 15 foot large, wide, sorry. And you see the two groups talking. You see the guards are cautiously looking at the group, especially at you, because Garrick's really the only human among them, and Garrick looks like a weirdo to begin with. And
Sorry, Emerus is just short.
A little boy.
He's a child.
you do see some words
So
are
small.
communicated back and forth. Rain is told again, if you are coming into the city, for now, you have to stay in this sector. And when I regard to the sector, basically it is the blue sector on the map. That wall on the right is where the...
I'd like to think he's pulled out like a Thought Park style map. You are here.
You cannot leave here.
Like, you guys don't have paper down here, but somehow you've made this little brochure. Fair enough. Priorities, I guess.
It's been done on, you know, the silk. You know, they've actually painted it.
They've woven together paper. That's amazing.
But yes, basically you're directed that you have to go in here, and they open the doors up for you. You find basically it's a kind of a stone-based town. Like it's strange. Like you feel like this place, if it was taken out and put onto the surface, could look like it existed there. You see street merchants that are going from kind of the sides of their buildings and such like that, and you find that this is a kind of a small town. Even this section, it seems populated enough that, like, and you do see that there are half elves among here. Like you see that there are half elves. You see, this is not you see Duragar as well. It's not primarily a human section.
Whenever I see a Duragar, I'm scowling at them.
They're giving you weird looks back.
Was it you? Was it you?
And you do see a plethora of creatures that you've never really seen before. You see a type of fish person that looks very strange to you.
To run up. Murloc. Oh, amazing.
The fish people look like, and I'm going to put it. Actually, I think I can still do this. I did put in something for this. Hello. Look at that.
It basically is a Murloc.
Okay. Is there actual like water nearby?
You don't see a source of water, but you do see that, like, there are small fountains, kind of I don't know if you guys have ever seen like Roman cities. You've got like the natural like fountains that are kind of built into the stone.
So all I've got in my head now is just we see little fish people just go into like a tiny fountain, showering, and then walk out, like public fountains.
Nice.
And one thing you do notice on this side of the wall, on the right side, it's a large fucking wall, like, and it looks weathered.
Could you say it's a
Weathered is-
great wall?
No, it's not a wall that's part of a defence. But you see there are small compartments and a bunch of scribbles on there. And you see Rain is looking at said wall, like she's intentionally going over there. And the party you guys had basically came into the city with, basically, direct to Rain, basically there is free lodging. Basically a commons house here, so that kind of like a place you can try getting a bed, and having a sleep essentially. They do food, but you have to pay for it. You can grab it off the street vendors, and they're kind of just like, all right, just remember you can't go into the sides of the city, and basically just leave you alone.
Nice.
So I'm assuming this is almost like a bit of like a quarantine per se to try and make sure that we're going to be okay and not troublemakers.
Quarantine-ish. You suspect that it's less of a quarantine; it's more how the city is structured. From what you guys have kind of gathered, there seems to be kind of like there's possibly other sections of the city that are the different sects. So this is SCCTs, and these different sects all follow kind of different paths, and they're primarily populated by kind of the individuals who are holding the swords, as you met. Like you notice that the party kind of splits up into three. The people who are the plague doctors go right, the people who are the kind of carrot marks go left, and you see that the ones who are holding the swords follow the plague marks, but you think they're going in a different direction.
Okay.
From what you can guess, it's kind of divided into those individuals, like kind of just live in different sections of the city. The commons are basically where, you know, a lot of the majority of the city live, and also seem to be interspersed with mixed of the undercommon races here. Like, they're not being let into the city just in case, as a kind of a security standard, but
So is this?
it's not an actual quarantine.
Is this just a big cave, or is it like how
Big
high?
ass cave,
how,
yeah.
How? So there is a ceiling that we can see.
Yes, but you can actually see the other side of the city. These aren't walls here. These are like ravines, essentially.
Okay.
Like,
I look to Abraham. Abraham, I'm getting real Amaran vibes from the city. just the layout, man. The layout's very similar. There's one way in, one way out. There's a roof. I've got a bad feeling.
Not so. I wasn't going to say it, but I'm feeling the same way.
You also let us in pretty chill last time, and then, oh boy.
No, I
As
don't
I
say
was-
that I would like to say that I have spider senses. But something's
As I was
tingling.
as I was mentioning with this wall, by the way, you do see Rain is looking up and seems to be regarding this wall with a lot of attention. She's not talking. You just see her just standing there and watching it.
Okay. So do we all notice this, I'm assuming?
Yeah, but it's like not hard to, like, you know, you guys are kind of just wandering around. She's just standing there, not following you guys, just looking at the wall. She does look like she's looking for something in particular. You're not exactly sure what.
Oh, okay. So she's like actually like almost like investigating it.
It doesn't feel like I wouldn't say investigating. Like, you think that she knows something should be here, Like it's not less investigating, more. She's trying to confirm something. You would guess. Probably a poor description.
Yes, that Andre.
Jeez.
Did any of you interact with her, or
I will
you
in
guys doing
one
anything
second.
else?
Just quickly, when was it that Erlen's timer was up? I forget how long it's been. It's been a while. It's been 2 or 3 days now.
Let me just think about this. You have had 2 long rests.
Yeah. So probably like 2.5 days.
Something like that. But I'm not going to give you exact times because I don't think you would know the exact times.
Wow, I mean, I know how many
have a
times
best
he's
guess.
slept.
Yes, that I can give to you. That's why I said 2 rests.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, we have a best guess. Just
And it was 10 days, wasn't it? The general
Yeah,
post
yes.
gives it. Cool.
That Abraham would have told you.
I will have a little. I'll have a little look at where Rain is looking then, and see if I can see anything.
You can recognise the language. You think it's undercommon. Yeah, you're pretty sure it's common. Like you've seen the script a few times now. Give me an investigation check with disadvantage.
16.
16
Mm-hmm.
with disadvantage. Not bad.
Yep. Plus 7.
What you notice is, while it's obviously got the undercommon, what you do notice is it seems to be kind of an organised, like, grid in a way. You see a name above an alcove that seems to be kind of locked away, essentially. And on the right side of the alcove is a little kind of hole. In every one of these holes, but not everyone, a lot of these holes, you see kind of what looks like the end of a stick poking out.
Right, so it looks like there's something written and then a hole, basically, with a stick poking out.
Yeah, and on the left side of the hole with the stick, there is a kind of it looks like a locker, if I was to describe it, but kind of like it's stone inbuilt.
Right.
Like you only see a wall safe, kind of like
Yeah.
looking like that kind of design.
Just look at the others and I shrug. I don't fucking know.
If you don't do anything, you do see that she seems to focus on one particular locker, and she looks at it for a while and puts a spear into one of the holes and leaves.
Ah,
She looks like she's actually going forth now into the trading town. Like she is acknowledging you. She will basically say afterwards.
I thought we were looking at
I'll
this wall in the distance.
No. I imagine if it was in the distance, she'd probably walk over to you in that regard. Like she'd probably be trying to keep track of where you guys are. After she does that, she'll probably walk over to you and say, I need to go buy something. And she will leave.
Has she just like clocked in?
You don't know.
Amazing.
You do see that her spear is still there. Like
If this is weapon storage, I ain't putting mine down. I just like pull my cloak around me and start hiding my weapons. They're fucking staying with me. Absolutely not.
You do see everyone else. You do see other people are holding like daggers on their bodies. You don't see anyone like getting rid of weapons.
I'm
Nom.
confused.
Okay.
Okay. So, Ray fucks off into town. I don't know if you guys are following. If you're...
Just look at the rest of it. So now what?
I'm a little surprised they didn't, like, look at Erlen.
Abraham, it's weird. You
Sit
seem to
back.
have got come less north. In fact, you sound a little bit like you're from a port town now. That's very strange.
Oh, amazing.
Look, I'm trying my best, man. Look.
Wow.
I love it. You started Scottish and you ended up Liverpool.
What? It's in the middle, right? Somewhere
But you can't quite narrow it down.
That man. I spent a lot of time with that man, but I still cannot figure it out. I can
Men's
understand it,
alive.
but I can't do it. Well, now I'm not gonna say it.
Okay.
Abraham starts sulking. Okay.
All right then.
No,
So-
Making fun of my exit.
I did want to say that I'm a little surprised that they allowed Erilyn to come in. Never mind, she's just kind of sitting on his back, passed
Well,
out.
we did speak. Well, she's not passed out. She's fucking dead, my guy.
Dead.
Look, I know I know.
You're gonna have to come to terms with it. It's been at least, and I look at my wrist. There's nothing there. It's been at least 3 days.
Nice.
No, it has been. It's been 3 long rests since Erin died because you slept in Moss, didn't you? I forgot about that.
Oh yeah.
Where
Has
was
it been
she?
3?
Yeah, because you slept in Moss, you slept in Sanganlar, and
I don't think we
Uh,
did sleep in Mass again afterwards. I think we just left.
I'm pretty sure you did because you all had the fight, then you had a long rest in kind of an anger, and because you had to, because you were a lot of you were fucked.
I'm not sure we did.
I don't remember this.
I,
I don't remember
I
much.
believe we had. Didn't we have that thing where I just started transform? Was that before? Who remembers? We might have to watch the VODs.
I'll watch back the VODs and confirm. And the second, it's not of a risk. You
No.
still have at
No, we've
least
got plenty of
7 to
time.
8 days.
I was going to say something. Yeah, well, assuming we're not going to get killed in this city like last time. Not necessarily killed, but you know what I mean.
I'm back.
This feels very calm before the storm. If we're going down, this is probably our last chance to gather resources.
It's like a boss fight. It's like, oh, we got a lot of
It's-
fucking gear here.
It's not like a boss fight, it fucking is a boss fight.
Just like before you progress, it's like this is the last chance to upgrade your gear and purchase any
Also,
items
something that just
you
pinged
wish
into
to
my
take.
brain that I can't remember if we were all here to discuss, but there's 4 giant spiders down there. There's the really big one, and there's 3 daughters.
Oh,
I do remember this now. Thank you for that information.
One of them is the one that's talking with you, Abraham, if you remember, and then there's the other 2. One of them made the fucking mushroom zombies. One of them's in charge of something, and another one's magic.
Yeah.
Have I got a name to this spider in my head?
Sandra.
The only time she's introduced herself is the psychic one. She's not given herself a name. She's not told you a name. She's not done anything in that regard.
No, that's fine. Just wanted to know, just in case.
We're screwed.
Yes, I just wanted to make sure we're all on the same page of how fucked we are.
Yeah, that's what I wanted.
If you guys aren't doing anything for the second, you do are you like looking around any stores? Or are you guys just chilling or whatever? Or
I suppose, unless there's anywhere anyone wants to specifically go, we can just have a wander and see if there's anything that strikes our fancy.
Good idea.
I'm up for a wander.
Yeah, wonder it is.
Perfect.
I suppose Garrick's gonna keep an eye out for anything that's like poison resistance armor type stuff. And yeah, basically I'm looking for
So-
magical, like possibly enchanted armor, and I'll just say to Auburn, it's like, hey, I'm not very good at spotting like enchanted stuff, but I could really do with some armor that protects me from poison or acid or whatever the spiders
Second?
might be pumping out, because that stuff burns. And it just gestures to his like half nakedness. and like you see the pits of where poison has like gone into him.
Yes.
So I can see armor, but would you be able to help me assess its
Well, a
enchantedness?
blacksmith sounds like a fantastic idea. Maybe I can sell someone this cursed sword that I ended up with.
Garrett, do you say that out loud?
Yeah.
Garrett's
what's up with
like, maybe we just bury it deep in.
Oh, it's fine. It
this
wasn't. It
place.
wasn't that cursed.
What type of armor is Garrick looking for?
What have I been hurt by the most, other than like just basic piercing? Has it been poison?
Say poison. Yeah, down here, it's definitely been poison.
I don't know, man. I think there's been quite a bit of bludgeoning.
Yeah, but I mean, other than the 3 basic ones, which I can resist naturally.
Can you resist fall damage? Can we get special no fall
Technically,
damage armor?
bludgeoning. Well, I can resist bludgeoning damage.
We can
so-
perfect the
just-
Garrick bullet.
It's all made of rubber, so it just bounces.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe we
No,
just
no,
get you
no,
dragoon
it's,
armor. So you're all spiky.
They eat me and then they die from the
It's
inside.
like if you
I
fall
love
him,
this.
you just get stuck to them as just like spiked in on their back.
I might have to put a limit on fucking Dracoon armor.
Aw.
So,
Bye.
but I'm more in regards. Are you trying to look for leather armor? Are you trying to look for plate mail, or what is the actual type of armor?
No,
you're looking
be
for?
like, let me double check what my proficiencies are, because that would also help. Armor, weapon, armor, light and medium. So yeah, kind of leathery.
Leather. Okay, give me a second. Studded or normal leather?
I don't care. I'm looking
Okay,
for
you're just looking
enchanted
for
leather armor, and I'm
armor,
using in Garrick's mind, it's armor I can wear that Auburn is helping me appraise to see if it's enchanted against poison.
Well, I suppose the next question is how much money do we have?
This is also a good question, and Garrick has clearly not thought of.
I have 100 of the underground money that I stole from Mordfel's corpse.
I have 50 electrum and 43 gold.
Okay, the electrum's what we use down here.
Also, I would like to point out as not Garrick
Oh, fuck.
that isn't it great to do quests, but that takes so long that you think you should have had more money by now, but
Hey,
you
it's fine,
actually
we got
haven't
some
completed
magic.
one that gives you money.
To be fair, none of us particularly need a spear, right? So this spear, it's a spear that like Auburn like holds at his wrist. There's like a snake coiled around his arm, and then he like says the word, and it forms into a spear in his hand. It's pretty cool. But you've got a giant axe. He's got that crazy sword, and he points to Abraham. I don't know what you use. He points to Emerance. I'm more
I
of
just
a
smile.
magic man. Maybe we could sell this and, get something else. If it comes down to it, that is, of course.
Let's hope it does.
Maybe we could, I have this goblin body.
No.
You do notice, by the way, after probably about half an hour, I say, Rain comes back.
Sorry. I'm back.
Aaron comes back to life!
Sweet, quest over, let's go home. We're never coming down here again.
Rain comes back,
Jeez.
and she's holding what looks like a brand new spear.
It's a fucking trade-in post.
Oh my god.
Cash for
Yep.
weapons.
Get
Get
your
the
weapons
weapon.
here. That's amazing.
Who's got a passive? What's everyone's? Has anyone got a passive insight above 14? I know
Insight.
Abraham does.
No. Mine's 15. Yes.
Mine is 14.
Mine is 12.
Yeah, sorry, I should say 14 above for that. I would forget. So everyone but Garrick, you notice that she knows how to use it, but she does. It looks kind of awkward with her. She doesn't feel as natural with said spear as she was with her previous. And yeah, she comes back. Kind of looks at the group. And she will again whisper to all those who understand Elvish. I think we should go have a talk. Because someone did come up to me, and I think we should have a talk with someone about. She points to kind of tries to sneakily point to Abraham and Garrick about their affliction.
Ah, they're fine.
I have an affliction.
No, you're fine.
You can't understand Elvish.
Oh, I know. Garrick
We're just all
understands
looking
that.
at Garrick. Just
No,
speaking in Elvish.
It's one of those things of like, you know how like there's some words that are stolen from different languages, so you just pick up it's just like affliction, Garrick. What?
No, it's fine. He was born that way.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh, it all
this
makes sense
way.
now. He was kicked in the head by a
Oh.
horse.
That reminds me. Garrick,
Hi.
at the second,
Oh,
what would
no.
you say you're thinking about?
I suppose Garrick would just be thinking about finding the armor and getting the fuck out this place because fuck this place.
Good
Hell
one.
yeah.
Abraham, you start getting the feeling from Garrick that he wants to find some armor and he wants to get the fuck out of this place. You're getting that a kind of a sense of thought.
Oh no.
And then Garrick just turns around and says out loud, so you all get the feeling that Garrick doesn't want to be here.
I hate this fucking
Get out of here
place.
so badly.
I want to go home.
I want to see my family again.
Me
And
too, buddy.
Now you're not distracted as well, Abraham. You notice that every thought that Garrick seems to have, you're getting now.
Oh no.
Garrick thinks he's hungry and also wants to find some food.
I have sympathy for
Unlucky Abraham.
I think we
Can
did
Garrick just have an inner monologue that only Abraham can hear?
I think we did do this last time, but I think that it's
I like to think it's something like Caboose from Red vs. Blue, where while he's stepping, he's just going left, right, left, right. Everything he does, he's actively thinking about. Like in combat, you just say, swing, swing, jump.
Oh dear.
Oh, those fucking rebels.
Okay, well, should we, I leave it to you guys. Do we want to go and see if there's someone to fix? And I point at Garrick.
What's wrong with me?
Or do we,
Am I broken?
Or do we want to go and like I don't know, find some kit?
Well, as I'm also not doing great, maybe a doctor would be good.
Or now hear
Wait, was
me
the
out.
cough real, or was that was that cough real, or was that like role playing? That was really good.
That was genuine cough.
Oh, I was gonna say that's amazing.
Oh, no, we can't split the party because no one else can speak to these idiots. Ah,
Abraham can understand them.
no, he can
No, he
only
can't.
understand the Elvish. He can't speak Undercommon though.
Oh, these undercommon boys.
Oh.
The reason why it worked for Mordfell is because Mordfell spoke Undercommon, therefore it's been translated to everyone else.
Oof.
If you were to wear it, Garrick, and start to speak in Sylvish, everyone would still understand you.
Huh.
Well, do we
Yes,
want to
no,
do we
but-
want to go Mushroom Town first, or do we want to do gear first? It's still pretty early, assuming that our body clocks are correct.
I mean, how do we know our body clocks aren't just fucked right now?
Well, we woke up
Because
about
they've
2
been
hours ago.
Yeah, but just because we woke
That's
up 2
what
hours ago, doesn't-
That's what I'm saying. Assuming our body clocks are correct.
and that's what I'm saying is, they might very well be not.
I don't know. Do they even have off hours down here?
The only thing, I mean, You're basically, if you remember, you were given like a small clock device. Like it was like a kind of.
Oh yeah.
It was like an object basically falling through oil slowly, if I remember correctly, something similar to this. Which, so it's not really an hour concept down here, but like basically that's kind of an easy way to keep track of the time.
It's tired time or it's not tired time.
Yes.
So which is it? Is it tired time or not tired time?
At the second, it's not tired time.
Fantastic. It's not tired time.
All of you are pretty good. I mean, you had a long rest, probably about an hour ago at this stage, probably an hour and a half. But the only one feeling tired is Abraham. That's because Abraham's got fucked up.
He got that mush brain.
Nope, he's got his heart defect.
Oh yeah, he got stabbed in the heart.
Yeah.
Classic Abraham.
That feels bad. When did that happen?
The last time we almost died.
Oh my god.
I just like to think that was a genuine reaction, like from the character. It was like, oh my god, that sounds bad.
This man's fucked.
I don't want to be the bringer of bad news, but that sounds like you're pretty fucked.
Okay, so I keep asking the group, but is someone going to make a decision, or am I just going to go, let's go to Mushroom Town?
No, I think we should go and try and
Mushroom Town.
What was that, Abraham?
I think we should go and try and fix us.
Okay, there we go. Let's go.
Decision!
My armor.
We'll come back for the armor that may or may not be here. I need to go to a blacksmith anyway.
Abraham just his. Oh, but I really wanted that armor. But I also just want to get out of here. Can we just find some food? Maybe food is around here.
I would love
I must
to
use my
know.
nose.
Just an uninterrupted stream of consciousness is happening.
In his head, though, I would love to just hear that monkey with the cymbals. That's all Abraham hears from now on.
Ding, ding.
What's the
Like
roundabout
a
theme?
Wait, do we have sanity in this game?
Is there a sanity meter
Oh
that
my
I should be
god, I
keeping
love
an eye
it.
on?
There
I
is
love
sanity in
this.
D&D. I always wanted to roll on the sanity table. It looks fun as hell.
It's time to spin the sanity wheel.
I think one of them you start screaming instead of when you try to talk, and you do the opposite when you try to scream.
Oh my god.
That's such an over-the-top one. What the fuck? That's amazing.
The sanity wheel is fun as shit. We never do it. It's such a fucking hard one to hit.
What do you mean hard to hit? Is it you have to go through a lot, or?
Well, the only place I can guarantee I know where it exists is you have to go to the fucking realm of madness, which is one of the planes. So, like, to actually get it naturally, it'd have to be an RP thing. There's not many things that.
Sorry
inflict
to interrupt,
madness on
but
people.
shall we go to Mushroom Town?
I think someone really wants to go to Mushroom.
I'd just like to fucking carry on.
All we do is talk. We're very good at it.
That's why I'm here to tell you all to shut the fuck up and let's play D&D.
All right. So, you guys start heading towards Mushroom Town. But I presume when you say Mushroom Town, you're going towards the doctor.
Yes, the doctor.
The plague doctors.
Yes.
Yeah.
You.
We're going back to the town of Mus.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
as you start heading towards, you get about here, and you see there are some guard outposts here. They are very much manned by these individuals who are holding, like, as I say, they don't seem to be wearing armor. They hold a longsword, and they're kind of just standing there in plain clothes that seem to have filigree on them. And they obviously hold. They put their hand up. They try to go talk to you. Obviously, none of you can understand.
They
Rain
put their
starts
hand up.
talking
Can I
to them.
shake their hand?
And Rain explains that they were contacted and such. You guys are led in, and you're taken to a stone building that seems to have decorations without, like, it looks like it's got depictions of a plethora of these plague doctors who it's both seems to be praisements to an individual. It looks like a kind of a dark and shadow on every one of them. But you see that there is a very pronounced eye on the right side of the head on every one of these. And you see there are depictions praising to her. You see there are depictions of like her basically cultivating fungus and providing it down to her children to then use throughout these to use as medicines and such. And you also see there is a large banner. Not a banner, sorry. It's kind of like a engraved stone slab that seems to be kind of higher up on one of these big buildings. It's one of the bigger buildings in the town. It looks probably like, I would say, it looks like a church steeple, but no bell or anything like that. It just seems like a larger building in the town. And there is a undercurrent engraved on there. You think you see Rain look at it, but she doesn't pay much attention to it, so she doesn't translate it automatically.
So it's not mad interesting.
You don't think to her it's mad interesting. You think she might have seen this phrase before.
Fine.
Or at least heard it.
Rain, what does that say? We can't speak Undercommon.
Oh, it's the phrase of.
Okay, guys, it's the phrase. And I nod.
It's the phrase of the people here to prevent world calamity. We must unite the planet. It's the phrase of the Sacred Order.
I just very slowly pan and look at Abraham. And just,
Abraham has not heard this phrase before.
I just know. I just look at him and I mouth, Amaran.
He just stares off into the distance. You can hear the Vietnam flashbacks playing loudly.
So, but then continue forth. If you go to a building that looks like it's got you see that it's been painted with something. You're not sure what dyes they've been managing to procure here, but you assume it's a fungus because there's about 1 million funguses down here. And you are taken in. You are told by them that there is 2 solutions for Abraham. Abraham in particular, there are 2 solutions. And I imagine that you mentioned that you've been using a type of magic to remove them, or would you not mention this?
I'm pretty sure we already told the ones we met that we were.
Yes, but would you mention it yourself? Like, you don't know if these guys have heard it or not. If you would, then sure.
Yeah, I don't see why we wouldn't.
Alright, so they say basically to you guys, for Garrick, who they do test as well, he's at a lower stage of the illness, and the divine magics would work for him. They mention that with Abraham, in theory, it does work for him, but it would not be a good idea. Abraham's disease has gotten to a fairly late stage, and it basically has infected his brain.
He's at stage 4.
If you were to remove it with magics and such, you might remove part of his brain, as it is basically infected a lot of his brain cells.
So we're at the equivalent of needing to perform brain surgery through magic.
Not brain surgery, but they suggest a treatment where basically they would flush the system, basically bring him near death to get rid of these things, and then they kind of like restore him up. It would be it wouldn't be a good experience for Abraham, and it would take some time.
I hate this cave.
But they do warn you that if you don't do that, Abraham probably has about 2 days at most before he really it starts pushing it. He can, in theory, survive forever if he keeps resisting, but it then gets harder and harder to resist.
And how long a recovery time would he need?
It would take about 8 hours to do the procedure, at which they would have to make sure that they keep Abraham alive, because it's going to be tough on Abraham's system. And it would take probably a day to recover. It's quite intensive. But Abraham's quite hardy, so he probably could recover it in
Okay,
another
that's
day.
not as bad as I was expecting. I was fully expecting you to give us the... Go on, James, choose. Do you want Abraham to die, or do you want Erilyn to die?
Oh man, that kind of pressure first day back after months.
Even better when you're role-playing a character that's not yours.
Indeed.
Woo! Hey, can we just voice call milkshake? Just video link or whatever.
Well,
Video
the
conference.
problem would be, it's not even that choice, because if we didn't have Abraham, we couldn't get Erilyn.
Yeah. It's like one dies, the other's dead.
Okay. I mean, this sounds like something we have to do. I don't think we have a choice.
Are you sure about that?
I don't know, Abraham, you feel like being a mushroom forever?
He just continues hearing Garrickson and monologue.
No, no.
You just start hearing
Silence speaks 1,000 words. He does.
Um,
He doesn't want to be a mushroom.
I don't know.
Abraham's a mushroom boy.
No, I don't. I just don't know. This is not my character. I don't want to say. No, I don't want to be a mushroom.
Cool.
I don't want to be an
You have
orc.
chosen wisely.
Be an orc.
But before we agree to
No.
this, what are you going to need from us to be able to do this?
Don't send us down the cave. Don't send us down the cave.
We have to go down the
Abraham
cave
says-
anyway. We have to go down anyway. It doesn't matter.
Well, I just want to say, just before it was forgotten, there was an other alternative. At the moment, we could in theory treat him now. There is a risk, and obviously there is a strain on the body. As I say, you have to wait for the day, and Abraham is going to need to endure this. This is going to be tough on him. He's also got to fight back against the influence of the illness itself. Because it literally will try to fight against him getting this treatment. And when he gets down to his weakest point, he might succumb to it anyway. We have to do that. The other alternative to this is there is another fungus. We can't get that. That is a lot further down. It is close to
Oh, is this the cure-all fungus?
yes. But there is a significant issue with this said fungus. One, it's quite a rare one.
Are you going to tell
And
me it's
two-
in some sort of drow fortress?
No.
Thank God.
Two, it if you were to take said fungus,
It'll get rid of the death,
It only-
death
it's-
shroom, won't it?
yeah,
You got any spare?
we do not. It's
Fuck.
I'd wager if you were to pick some up, it would you probably could become a royal in this town.
What's the point? It was 2 weeks that we've got for the death shroom before it becomes nasty, right?
So it was 2 weeks before it kills you, 1 week before it starts
Being gross.
it starts
Yeah.
affecting you.
Okay. So many timers.
Rain would tell you that she could they could clean out and reset the timer on that, by the way,
Yeah.
in this town.
Okay, we should probably do that.
Basically the same. You remember the operation that Rain was having on her during Moss? That's essentially what was happening.
Yeah, the one that I totally didn't spy on. Okay, well, what do we think?
Hmm.
By the way, everyone has been giving Rain weird looks with this fucking spider on her head. Just let that known. No one's talking to her, but...
Okay.
I'm back. Sorry about that.
Hello.
Hello.
So we've been given a couple of choices and things to do.
Okay.
I mean,
What were these choices?
well, basically, Abraham either does what is effectively brain surgery right now to get rid of the mushroom, or we go and find the cure-all mushroom that gets rid of all the mushrooms, but then that will get rid of the one that lets him breathe.
Ooh.
And he's only got 2 days before it starts to become lethal.
Brain surgery. Brain surgery.
Oh, I don't want this kind of choice.
Now, he's
Brain
going to have to
surgery,
spend at
brain
least a
surgery.
day recovering. And I feel like this city looks pretty secure, so I'm happy to waste some stuff. If
Brain
it helps,
surgery.
I have a bunch of healing magic that could potentially help as we go. I don't know what everybody else. Well, I doubt Abraham's gonna be able to get involved. He's just kind of the the main healer here.
Abraham cannot, like, if this was to happen, Abraham is not going to be strong enough to even do spells or any regard. Like, he literally going to just be in solid treatment, basically drifting between life and death.
I also have some potions. Let me just read what they actually do, see if they're actually helpful.
So I would call Milkshake, but I know he's busy this morning.
Hey, could you alter
Magic
self
brain
to get
surgery.
rid of the mushroom?
No.
I could also reduce and enlarge, so if I made him bigger, would it be easier to get rid of?
No, it grows larger and therefore spreads quicker.
Oh, I could make him smaller then.
And then there's more fungus for the brain. No,
Well, the percentages would
seemingly
remain
it
the
scales
same.
up, but it doesn't scale down.
It's, seems like a broken mechanic. I'm just going to set him on fire.
No?
Let's burn it off.
That's
Um,
brain surgery and fire.
I don't think I have the one that would help, sadly, potion-wise. No. I can make him transform, and I can make him fast.
By the way, you do start hearing the voice within your head, Abraham.
Okay.
You start hearing. By the way, this voice is kind of like an echoey. It sounds like 1,000 voices kind of merged into one. Doesn't sound
Gotcha.
like it doesn't sound like they're all speaking out tone. Like it sounds like they're all trying to say the same thing. You can hear a slight difference, but it's still audible.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, if you do this, remember, I cannot direct you to myself. I cannot help you get back your Zoys as well. You might be able to find me, but it'll be a lot harder.
Okay. This thing is talking to me again. It's telling me that it's gonna be a lot harder to find it when I remove this. And something about Zoys, but no, I'm
Zoid's
trying to remember
beautiful young man.
what was Zoys's and Abraham's like? Were they friends?
I think they did alright together. I don't think there was any ever conflict between the two.
Okay, so it was like
I could be wrong.
She's-
Might be
she's
if
now
anyone comes
saying-
correct me.
she's now saying something about getting Zoys back.
Well, she did tell us about that before, right?
Yes.
I think so.
Well, does Abraham have the sending spell or the message? I forget which one's the proper spell. Would
I'm
you?
not sure what, which is 25 words.
Yeah, well, that one lets you actually do it. Message is a cantrip, I think, and it's only 120
I think
feet.
it might be a first level. Oh, no, the message that one, yeah.
Sending is the
No.
proper one. But
Yeah.
I think clerics can prepare it. So on a long rest, he could change it in. And in theory,
Okay.
he is now familiar with this thing, right? So it might work.
Yeah, I'd say that works.
So that might work as a. We could still talk to it.
That's true.
At
Why
the
is
cost
this
of
spider
not
helping us,
losing.
though?
I don't know. It's clearly some sort of evil thing. Maybe it's a nice spider and the rest of them are evil and it's decided it doesn't like the spiders. Spider, can you hear me? Are you nice?
You hear
Did you
no
get that?
response from the spider.
I was going to ask, did you get that?
Did it say anything? Oh, bloody hell.
No.
No.
You-
Oh, well,
you did that
that
because you didn't
can
hear it,
only
or
be
didn't
that can
respond?
only be affirmative, right?
You are aware that she has seen the surroundings. She corrected his book before. Or his writing, more accurately. So, we don't know in that regard.
Didn't I have an argument with her?
I can't remember.
I'm fairly sure that was a thing that happened and Abraham was just translating.
Probably.
Brilliant.
Well, I think, Abraham, you need to have this thing done. It's no good to us. If we lose you, we lose everybody. And everything that we've been down here doing ultimately ends up being for nothing. Whereas if we lose your, I'm sorry to say it, but if we just lose Zoy's as opposed to all three of you,
I think that's the best plan. I think that's the best way.
it's not like we're completely out of options. For Zoy's, we could always find another way. We have him in a bag. Hold up my little sack. He's in the bag.
He will forever be safe in the vacuum bag.
A vacuum bag.
End of the campaign. We got true resurrection now. Come on, Zoe! It's just like...
Get out of the bag.
It's like half desiccated. Oh.
That's right. If we're getting to the point we've got the true resurrection, we don't even need the body anymore.
Yikes.
Gives Zoe his old body back.
Here you go, Zoys.
Here you go!
Happy birthday! That is
Nice.
Zoe
morbid.
makes a zombie out of himself.
Hey.
That is very morbid. Ooh.
Yikes.
That sounds like a fucking thing from like, what's it called? Not Shadow of Infinite. That's a very different fucking thing entirely. Cursed Strahd.
Yeah, I could see that happening in Strahd.
Yeah.
Okay, well. What do the rest of you think? Emerance, I guess you're not really involved. You're kind of new here.
I just stand around twiddling my thumbs, licking the walls, just having a good
Why
time.
are you here, Emerance?
I'll just look at you blankly.
I'm going to say to him in halfling, look, the last guy that joined us, I've just found out betrayed us, so I'm very wary of you, sir.
I'll just nod knowingly.
Wait, how did Mordfell betray
Just
us?
halflings.
After he died, we found these people, and I was like, "Oh, we had this Duragar with us. Do you have any Duragar villagers nearby?" And they go, "Oh no, they all work for the spiders."
Oh.
Bastards.
Sometimes.
And then I melted his corpse, because I may or may not have had a tantrum. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
That's the other way that Morphle could come back, by the way. James.
Fuck that guy.
Ah, yes, that makes sense.
Yep, that's why I did it. He ain't coming back. I'm sorry, James, but fuck that guy.
Okay, so I'm just getting a phone call. I agree with this. Do the surgery.
Milkshake. Please, let me live.
He wants to do
It's
the
too late.
surgery, but I'm not sure if it's the mushroom talking.
Do the surgery.
Is
The
he in his
surgery,
right
James.
mind?
Do it.
Give me your weaker self. I want to take over.
Ugh.
Do
I
the
just start opping.
surgery.
Just start opping Abraham. Yes, this is what Abraham would do.
Okay, so if we say that we're happy to do that, like, put him through that, would they want me to help with the magics? Or would they be...
Not just. I wouldn't suggest just magics. We can't. I wouldn't suggest going near him because he's like, open your mouth, Abraham, and I presume Abraham will probably listen to him, just what he's doing. You kind of see that there is a kind of a weird secretion around Abraham's mouth now, like his teeth.
Just immediate, cover your holes! It's just like he flips up his cloak and starts like holding all of it.
It's not Eros yet, but if he was to bite us, that would spread the infection. What we need is healing magics would help. It would not kill him, but it would keep him
On the brink.
sane. Yeah. But what we definitely need is an anchor to reality. We need those who are close with him, those who have been him for a while.
Hey,
those
if we
that
wanted
he
to go
knows.
really dark with it, we could just hang Aaron's corpse over him. I'd say that's a pretty good anchor.
But we need those to basically give him an anchor to reality. We need them to help him. They need to talk to him. We need him to stop, not trying to connect with the infection. We need them to stick to reality, stick to being himself.
What was that?
A very intense water bottle, it sounded like.
Sounds like it.
Indeed.
Aubrun is just nodding along, like some sort of bereaved family member at this point.
This will be rough on Abraham. It's a shame that Milkshake isn't here. I feel like this. But yes, this is how this would go down. So, are you guys wanting to start yet, or are you wanting to sort out some affairs first?
I mean, is
We
there
have-
anything we should sort out first?
I don't think we have anything that desperately needs to be done before. Unless the
Indeed.
city's likely to be attacked after we've done this. And we will have to
How
defend
screwed is
ourselves.
Abraham after this? How long does he need?
So it would take 8 hours for the surgery. He'd be he'd basically be on, like, he can't do anything for a day essentially.
Oh boy. Do we have enough time for this? with
We've
Erilyn
still
to
got
figure
about
that
a week for Erilyn.
out? Okay. So we've got. So Erilyn's not the issue here. It's just whatever's happening with the spiders.
Yes. Well, his brain rot's only got 2 days before it becomes really bad.
Well, Abraham needs to be done now, yes, but
So
are we on a time crunch with the spiders, or is it just
I
Erilyn?
don't
that's the
think
only
so. I
time?
think the spider just wants Zoys at some point.
I mean,
As far as I'm aware.
You have not been
Oh,
told about
what a
time crunch.
situation we found ourselves in, eh?
who'd have thought it, eh?
Good thing to hear, though. Push all the party members to fucking nearly breaking here.
But yeah, I think if we do this now, and then the rest of us can,
Sorry.
the rest of us will have some time to do bits. And then
Awesome.
once he's ready, we can head out. We should probably get our lungs scraped again.
Again.
Well, for the
You might
first
have
time,
done it yet. Yeah.
so that we can breathe for a bit longer.
Okay. So,
The whole time he's stating these things, he's just shaking his head.
you guys, if that's all in agreement, then I'll say we're happy to start the treatment of Abraham Weld.
Oh dear. This can only end well.
I keep thinking of the autopsy of Rachel, of Jane Doe or something like that. I
Oh,
don't know
God.
why.
That movie, man. Oh.
I swear if we kill Abraham while he's not here.
It all depends on the roles, Bailey. It
Yeah,
all
and
depends
we
on the
roll so
roles.
well.
Hey, are you rolling or are we rolling?
Oh, James is gonna be rolling for Abraham.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh no.
Brilliant.
This can only end well.
Can I use
have to
Featherfall
do
to
some-
stop him from falling to death? You know, like,
No.
it stops his soul from flying away too far. Can only move at
Soul
10 feet a
cage.
second. All right. right, let's freaking do this. Let's freaking do this. I don't want to, but we kind of have to.
Okay. So, would say just preparations are made in this regard, and I can say that takes probably about an hour. You know, just get the resources. You do see there is a few more doctors that come in. They're all kind of impressed on how Abraham is still kind of keeping it together. He seems to have resisted a lot longer, from what you've gathered, than most of the normal people. You think that's, you know, due to your kind of the constitution among your group, you guys have become stronger during fights. You think that the infection has taken longer for you guys than it has for majority of people. They say that normally it takes about a day and a half for this to actually kill someone.
Hot damn. Hot damn.
You see them all kind of crowding around. You see there are liquids brought in kind of glass vials and such. And there's a plethora of tubing and such that is brought in. You see them actually start. You see them bring in 4 kind of bowls. You see them drop a bunch of mushrooms in there, coat it with a liquid, and then start burning them. You see a kind of a small, like a very light gas starts to fill the room they're in. And you don't know why, but this doctor keeps talking to Rain. Like, he seems like he's just kind of more engrossed in, like, oh, so this is what's happening here. Yeah. And they're mentioning that this is actually to sterilize the room. They use the mushroom smoke to basically do so. And it's kind of like you see a kind of faint haze afterwards.
Okay.
And so, basically, they get him to a stage, and you see them basically motion for Abraham to sit down. I'm just going to think about, because obviously James is on a call. I probably should RP this bit. Let me think about this. Abraham, you see Abraham is resisting himself in a way. Like, you see, like, every step of this, he seems like he's, like, in between. Like, you think Abraham himself is wanting to do it. You see, the fungus is trying to resist that.
Just knock him out.
Abraham is able to resist it, and it does sit down. So roll an 18 on his fucking wisdom save, and even did the mods. You see him sit down, and they strap him down with the things. Sorry. Okay. They look at you, and there's kind of like a plane of glass. Like you're not inhaling this sterilizing smoke or anything like that. It's like, all right. If there's any spells you can give, or if there's anything you want to give him now will be the stage before we start this.
I don't think there's anything I can do now.
I don't know any spells.
Okay. She kind of gives a nod. So, all right. In this case, I suggest praying to, Our Lady, or whichever gods you praise, that this works.
Who is it that he worships?
Yeah, I think this would be another time. The second time ever that Oberon has prayed. Amusingly to Arage again. Last
Good.
time it worked, you know.
You what is Abraham seem to be getting into these weird situations?
He's literally Jesus. He tanks for our sins.
Yeah. Are we crucifying him after this?
I hope not.
So,
Is it going to be a case where after this he comes back as he's not quite Abraham, he's Abraham the White, like Gandalf the
fuck's
White?
sake.
So, they chemicals, you see them basically inject in this tubing, and the chemicals start going into Abraham's skin. And Abraham's quite a pale boy, you know, he's a Goliath, basically got a pale blue skin. But you think you managed to see him actually manage to turn a shade whiter. Just it kind of is like he's gripping the fucking rests of the chair. Like, it looks like if he was to give a major pull, he might be able to rip the fuckers out with, like, even though it's a solid metal chair. And you kind of see him kind of roll his eyes back at one stage. You kind of see the doctors all talking to themselves. You see them like basically start changing the vials after he like passes out, and you see him convulsing. Now, James is fucked off at this stage, but I need a Constitution save out of him. Does anyone want to do this?
Well, do you want to take a small break, see if he comes back? Because I could use the myself.
Yeah, take a 10-minute break.
5-10 minutes.
Yeah, down for that.
Elevate music to the stream.
Cool, up.
Just gives him a chance to come back. And...
Do his shit. Yeah. That's great.
Okay.
Is this
then.
time for a Dota Turbo?
No. No, this is not time for a Dota Turbo. Alright, well, we'll be back in 5-10 minutes, people. back.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Call of Cthulhu. We're running.
Should I bring back my clown?
Yes.
So what about your guy that went crazy and just became a fish person?
Yeah, he was the clown.
Clown.
Well, that was the clown.
He went swimming in the sea.
He put a bag on his head and thought he
ended
became a
up on
fish
the,
man.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, welcome back to D&D. We're about to go into, I guess, something quite deep. So, we shall start with, Abraham, you had just had a liquid injected into you. Your eyes started rolling back in your head. They changed the chemical, and you started convulsing slightly. Not a full-on seizure in that regard, but it seems like the medicine is starting to aggressively attack you. Can I have a Constitution saving throw? This wouldn't be with disadvantage.
Feels like the equivalent of chemotherapy.
Oh,
To cure you, we must poison you.
nice.
How did it go?
What? How did what go?
Taking RP to the extreme.
Wow.
the Constitution saving throw.
That's so funny.
It's a saving throw, so
No
I don't get
disadvantage.
no disadvantage for that. Okay.
Am I cut out or am I
No,
going mental?
no.
No, this James'
Okay, so-
brain cutting out.
Mate,
I
I've
just wanted to make
all
sure
of-
there, I feel like I
oh,
just-
no.
Ooh.
Oh no.
We're off to a cracking
What
start.
did you roll?
That's a 10.
Yee.
Ooh, that's not good.
Nom, nom,
Okay.
nom, nom, that's a 10.
You know it's really not good when Lucas is not good.
Cover all
Yeah.
9,000
Everyone
days,
watching,
buds.
you see the doctor start worrying. You see a kind of a froth start coming from Abraham's mouth.
Oh my god.
You see that they are like rapidly. One's checking the pulse from his wrist and such, and you see they're rapidly trying to get medicine around to. Like you see them kind of rushing around the room. It's like they kind of turn to the glass. It's like as well, going. If you've got anything, you can.
Yeah, the
assist us
second
with.
they're ready, I'm there, ready to like healing word.
Okay. Mark off a slot if you can. You don't have to do any rolling or anything like that.
Yeah, that's fine.
And you see them with the spell. You see Abraham does start to slow down with his reaction. You sense that it stops whatever kind of like pain it was causing or whatever was happening to him. And Abraham, on your side, you start to visualize something. Like
Okay.
before you heard the voice, and you start to see this spider in front of you, large, but it looks kind of translucent. If I was to describe it, like it doesn't look like it's a physical object. It looks like it's I'd say a ghost, but not the right color for it. Not the thing. You kind of just see a projection, and your perception's quite high. You know, you kind of have a look at this thing as it's coming close to you. You can't move. It very much feels like a what's it called? Nightmare creature. You know when you have like you feel like you're awake but you're stuck and you can't do anything.
Oh,
Waking nightmare. Sleep paralysis
That's
and
it.
waking.
Yeah, so a sleep paralysis demon. It feels like that. You're stuck. You feel like you're in your dream. You're stuck in this chair. You can't move, and this spider is getting closer and closer. And
Can I just
something
say
you
that's
hadn't noticed.
probably the worst person to be RPing Abraham on this scene.
What?
You hate spiders?
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, I do hate spiders. Yeah.
The thing you majorly notice about him is his about the spider is it's not like you look at it closer and you finally get a chance to really see it, and it's not a solid spider. What you can gather, you look at one of the legs and you notice it's like 1,000 spiders more comprising a leg instead of an actual leg. Like you think this
brilliant.
is a swarm of spiders convulsing on one to make this kind of psychic creature.
Oh, wonderful! Thank you.
Perfectly fine. And you see it look down at you for a second. It's not attacking, and it looks like it's been attracted by weakness. You'd guess. You think that if you don't resist a few more times, or if you fail, but it might try to pounce on a weakness. You don't know if it will take your body. You don't know what it will do to you.
Lovely.
But it might be a negative effect.
Oh, okay, cool, gotcha.
Okay, so we have got through the first hurdle with a failure.
Did we get through it though?
The hurdle was got through, no matter if you ran through it or you jumped over it. Secondly, you see, I'd say at this stage, an hour has passed of the treatment. And you see that they have calmed him down. The healing words, I'd say probably like, kind of more, it's been a more of a constant effect instead of the just the one spell slot. And you see Abraham kind of seems to have got like slight spots on his skin. You don't know what they are, kind of yellowish. And you see the doctors are kind of jabbing into these spots, seeing kind of somewhat of a fluid on the end of them, and giving nods to each other and such. And hook up another thing. And this is over the next 2 hours, this one. They slowly drip in another injection. Could I have another Constitution saving throw from you, Abraham?
No. Saving throw. Come on. Give me saying nat 20.
Nat 20? Perfect.
So that'd be 26.
The spells are needed? No, nothing is needed this time. You find yourself in this chair again. You've have something that's injected into you that causes an extreme pain. Like it feels like you're burning everywhere. Like you can't put down the source of it, but this is one of the worst forms of pain you've ever had. And in your mind, you're kind of trapped in this mind's eye. You feel these. You feel like you're sensing these injections go into you. Like you still feel yourself trapped in this chair, and you feel like everything's on fire.
Wonderful. So this was with a pass, yeah?
Yes.
Oh.
But the thing you're able to grit your teeth. You're able to get through. The spider does not take a step closer. It seems to be watching you. It seems not aggressive, but it is interested.
Okay.
So, the next step occurs. You feel weak now. The pain of all of this has gotten through you, and it feels different now as a turning point. You don't feel like it's the infection isn't strong, because what they've effectively done now is burned out a lot of the infection in itself. The hope is to then try to reconstruct your mind without trying to go back the fungus itself.
Okay.
So, they inject a kind of bluish greenish solution into you now. Could I have a strength saving throw?
Strength saving throw.
Yes.
Okay. Fuck.
You see Abraham start to convulse again. And you think you see a liquid start draining from his mouth, a different colour. You don't know what this is, but it looks kind of blackish. The doctors start seeming to try and inject you with some other things. Is anyone doing anything on the other side of the glass?
If they gesture for it, I'm still primed to just. I'm happy to pump all of my spells into this.
Of course. You put another healing word in. Can you mark off 2 slots? Because you find that the first healing word does help, but it's really, like, this is quite significant, this one. Like, it's seemingly ripping through his body. And you're able to, like, with the second one, you know, just take a breath, and it does seem to calm him down. It does seem to help him. Abraham.
Yep.
In your mind's eye, this one was one of the worst. You'd thought you'd seen the spider go somewhat translucent. It's still there, but you very much don't see the body anymore. Over this time, you've kind of seen it kind of rescend. Now you see 6 legs kind of peering over the horizon. These translucent legs kind of just sticking there. You can't see its main body anymore, but it feels like there's kind of the foot between the door now. Like it's trying to force its way to stay in.
Okay.
They at this stage you start to feel a bit more whole. You've gone through the majority of the hours of this operation, and the disease in your mind, like you see the doctors seem to be like you're getting the purveyor this outside, by the way. The doctors are very much saying he's in the final stages. This is now the kind of make or break side of this situation. If you can do anything, assist them, because they have now reconstructed your mind, and they've undone the damage that the infection has done. But if they don't burn away the rest of the infection within you, the kickback from the infection coming back will be coming back as quadruple the speed.
So they've got to completely destroy it before it comes back.
Yes.
Okay, I see.
Because now that what exists is the resistant part of the diseases. This is the stuff that you need to make sure it's gone. Otherwise, you cannot cure it for life or money, unless you have something that could, like, very much overwhelm that. Could I have a final Constitution saving throw?
Wish me luck, everyone.
Fingers crossed.
Boom.
Hey!
That's a good one.
Is it?
With a 24, you feel they inject a small vial, nothing like a major bottle they were giving you, and your mind's eye disappears.
Okay.
Previously, for the last 6 hours, you've been sitting here and, you know, you've been able to think you've been able to do anything. It's all gone. Like, effectively, you feel it kind of crumble in on itself. Like, your sanity seems to go and you feel yourself disappear.
Wait, hang on, hold on. So my sanity's gone? What?
And
Excuse me?
nothing happens for the first hour. You see Abraham slump back on himself. The you don't see any movement. You barely see any breathing.
Okay.
And you see the doctors are all standing around him, trying to check his pulse, trying to check everything. It seems you do think you see a bit of worry on them. You're not seeing any reaction from them or anything. And you click into the next hour. We're now on hour 8. And you see them start to try and inject some other things. Nothing seems to be making a response. And then suddenly, Abraham, you open your eyes looking into the room. You can see your friend standing behind the pane of glass and the doctors all standing over you. You are now cured from the disease.
I think in a wearied state, he just lift his head up a little bit, give a little smile, a thumbs up, and then pass out for sleep.
Everything fucking hurts.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Oh, fuck yeah, boys, I rolled okay.
Well enough. Well enough.
Guys,
Okay.
Be proud.
I will tell Milkshake that I kept him alive.
So, Abraham's surgery is complete. You guys, Abraham's going to be out for the next hour. Next day, I should say, really.
Right.
Is there anything in particular that anyone wants to do during this time?
I mean, other than what I said before.
Yeah, I think immediately after that's happened, Orbron would just, he's seen Abraham wake up. I think he'd just leave and he'd probably just be on his own for a bit. And then once he's dealt with himself, he'll come and find Garrick, and he'll suggest going to do what we were talking about before.
Shopping montage?
Shopping montage.
Right.
Perfect. Okay, so you are looking for an armor of poison resistance, are you not?
Yeah. Leathery in nature.
Okay. So for the price of that, let me just work this out. You do find some people are training certain things, and when you ask / get Rain to ask about it, you find that they think, well, we have one set of armor like this. It's a precious heirloom, and she kind of takes you round back. It's all right. I can go do you a good deal on this one. I'll offer you. You can buy it for 7,000 gem rock.
On our way
Stunned.
here, can I have been ritual casting detect magic just so that I can actually determine whether it is magic?
Yeah, sure. Your magic goes off. You can look at it. It is magical, and with the enchantment score
Cool.
magic.
So 7,000's a little bit out of our ballpark.
Gem rock as well, which I thought I
Gem
had-
rock is the electrum on our sheets. If I were to get Ray in,
No. Garrick just says, I got this.
okay.
50 electrum.
she like looks at you.
Wait, is she speaking in common in the first instance?
No, but we're doing like a rain back and forth. We're just for sake of ease and for sake of everything. It's kind of going
Effectively,
back and
for it to get translated to you, she speaks to him, he speaks to her, she speaks to me, I speak to you.
It's just the.
God,
it's
this is
like
awful.
Hot Fuzz. It's like Hot Fuzz.
It's
I like the 50 gem rock. Oben translates it, and he's like, "Wait, no." She gives it kind of a nod no. It's like,
I don't think I'm in the mood to argue. I just translate it. Yeah. I want to see where this goes.
We've had a heavy day.
She gives a nod to no. It's
A nod? A nod. Yay!
a nod no.
Oh. You mean a shake?
I just look at character. Unfortunately, Eric, your amazing tactics didn't pan out this time.
No, I won't even that's not even a charisma roll there. Like he can't part of a 50.
Garrick turns to Oberon. It's just like, what if we say that we're here to clear out the spiders and they should loan it to us because we are helping? And he gives 2 thumbs up, like he's come up with like the master plan.
Does this get translated?
It does, but Oberon's face is just like.
She kind of gives you a look up and down. It's like, no, but if you want armor, go join the guard. Essentially.
He's just trying to. He says, "Get a job."
Garrick responds as like, I would get a job if it wasn't for people wanting to drag me into damn caves and dragging me away from everything I know and love and want and just taking me on these fucking shithole adventures. And I haven't been paid in months.
You and me both.
Garrick just goes off on.
Like all 3 sets of people do the fucking hand motions as well. You know?
What I do is I translate it to Irain and I just say he says thank you. I'll consider that in the future.
Nice.
What I love is like Garrick goes on for ages, like with the hand gestures, and then Oberon's like there nodding, then turns to Rain and then just like spends 2 seconds. Garrick's like, "Wow, Undercommon's really like."
Yeah, man. Wow, no, it's Elvish. Elvish it's a really tight language. Like we've got words for the whole paragraphs of.
Am I with them while they're doing this?
Yeah, probably.
Is there a chance I could steal it?
It is. You do see it is locked, like in kind of a cabinet display. You can certainly try. If you
I'll
want
give it
to.
a go. I'll just say, hey, distract them.
I think we are.
While he's doing that, can I just pull out this serpent spear thing? I'll show him my wrist and then I'll turn it into a spear and I'll turn it back. How much?
She's gonna take. Do you let her touch her arm? Like, do you let her touching it?
Oh yeah, I'll let her look at it while it's on me, but I'm not handing it over.
Of course. She pulls out a pearl, and you see her cast a magic to doing this, and she gives it a kind of look over. Interesting design. And I'll take that off you for. Give me a second. Just want to check something. This one, right? Yeah. I'll take it off you for 2,500 Drenrock.
I will consult with my compatriots once he has finished staring off into the sky.
Can we continue stealing?
You can certainly try to steal.
What do you want me to roll?
So how are you trying to steal this, just to confirm? Are you just trying to run up, smash the glass and run?
No, I've got thief tools, so I was gonna try and pick the lock.
So you're trying to stealth behind said person,
Yeah.
pick lock it open and then try to grab that.
Yeah.
Just want to confirm.
No, that's
So
fine.
firstly, can I have a stealth roll? And
course
can I
you
have a
can,
stealth
my
roll
dear.
with disadvantage because it's quite a tight room to try sneaking
That's
past?
fine. No worries. All right, first roll. I'm doing manual dice. First roll, is a 12. So that's plus 10. That's 22 for the first one. Second one is a 13. So not much different. So that's 22 is my lowest.
Cool.
I have a plus 10. That's why I want to do it.
Very nice.
You don't think you see her noticing you? Can you try? You're going to try picking the lock. You
Yeah.
You find it around the back. There is a small pick. Are you doing anything in particular? Or are you just going to try picking the lock?
Just using my tools, I guess.
Cool. Give me a second. Just need to look up something. Everyone in this room hears a little bell ringing.
I feel like Oberon immediately recognizes what that is because it was one of his favorites.
Yes. You see this woman turn around, like very much runs to the back of the case, and you see her kind of putting her hand on the hand axe, basically shouting for you to get out. Sadly, there was a spell on said cabinet. Sorry.
Want to listen.
I'm not trying to deceive her that I'm a part of some sort of organization. That I'm checking the lock for failsafes.
You could certainly try, but at this fucking stage, you've not announced yourself to her.
But that's the point. Look, this is why my deception is like I'm basically like, look, it's got to be realistic. I've got to check it for failsafes as a thief to persuade you that you've got a shitty lock, and I'll have to change
Roleplay
it.
your lie then, sir.
Right. So
Right. Yeah. Consider. Like, I want you to consider the situation here. You all three have walked into this building. You've trying to snuck past them. You have. You're behind this case. You've hit this alarm. You've not talked to the owner of said shop, and she finds you standing there with a thief tool inside said lock, not knowing who you are, not organising said thing.
I'm just gonna stand up to my full halfling height. I'm gonna look her dead in the eyes and just go, I'm part of the Office of Official Locks. Yeah. I was just testing it for you. It has to be legit. You know, we do this on a regular basis. You'll understand. It's like health and safety. We just turn up. Couldn't be legit, because if I told you I was doing it, who knows? You'd have tricked me into thinking it was fine. I'll do it on purpose, and I'll just do it literally as an offhand thing. I'm just gonna, check the lock. I've checked it. It's actually really good. You've got a really nice lock there. I'll be about myself, and I'll leave my companions here to continue the haggling.
Give me a.
So how much of that did she actually understand?
Sorry, give me a deception.
But does she speak the language that Dylan speaks?
Manual dice. I got a 16.
I'll be kind and say that Rain fucking translates that.
I got a 16.
You got a 16?
Yeah.
Let me just think about what her reaction to this is going to be. Okay. She will look at you. She will basically point, like, get out of my shop. You are barred. You are lucky I don't call the guards right now.
Okay. I work with the cards. Alright. Don't give me that.
She is just pointing upwards. But, like, basically. Like, you don't leave now. I'll call the guards and confirm the story then.
I'll deceive the guards, but I am going to leave.
Cool. So,
sorry guys, I tried. I really tried.
I'm just there like aghast, trying to look like I don't know him.
Okay. So, anything else from anyone?
So was this a blacksmith or is this just like a tanner or something?
Yeah, more like a general merchant, if I was to describe, like a magic item merchant, I'd say.
Have we seen anyone that look like any blacksmiths around?
Yes.
I would
You
like
can,
to
easily find one.
go to a smithy.
Cool. I presume we're doing what we're discussing.
Yes, I would like to give some cash for some raw materials and some time, and have some shenanigans.
I think it would cost you about 100 Dren Rock.
Perfect. That's how much I've got.
Perfect. Okay. Are you wanting to do? Were you wanting to do anything with the Adder of Strife, by the way?
Is Cameron back?
Don't know.
I am here. I just been on mute this entire time.
Ah, nice. They offered us $2.5 grand for the spear.
But okay.
What do we feel about that?
It's still not enough for the armor.
It's not. But no, if you're here, we'll say we're still at the shop for now. Do they have any other magic items?
You know what? I survived this long, nearly dying.
Because, you know,
Give
in
me a
theory, for example, if we could get you a better axe, then I could free up one of my infusions to do something else.
Well, I mean, my axe is pretty solid. It's just that spider we found just seemed to refuse its.
Like, maybe we could
Grease
find an axe
punch.
that does,
But then, how
say,
many
a
people
different
here will
type of
know?
damage.
But axes tend to be very, you know.
Or like a stab and then a blast of something. Maybe I should just strap some explosives to it.
Ooh. Wait. Can we strap the explosives to me? Wait, no,
That
I can't
sounds like
resist
a
that. Never
terrible
mind.
idea.
Sorry, I forget that that's a different type of damage. I can't resist that.
So,
I'm solid, not
that's
that
pretty cool. Sorry, get very distracted. So what? There are some.
I mean, I don't need the
random off-
spear because I don't think it's going to be better than
No,
my
I-
axe right now.
The spear I can't use effectively. I think Abraham's got the bone saw.
Yeah, I've got the great. I mean, what does the spear do?
So on a crit it does 2d4 poison, and it's a d6 or a d8 depending on one or two handed.
Something tells
And
me
you can
the
chuck it.
poison is not very
No.
effective against
Maybe,
poisonous
maybe.
spiders. The radiant might help, but like I feel like it's not enough to make it worthwhile. If you know what
So-
I mean.
By the way, just before I forget, is there anything in particular you wanted to look for?
I think we're just looking for weapons.
Cool.
Garrick will kind of go, well, if we can't find armor or better weapon, if we can find potions, some more resistant potions, then I guess that'll do.
That's quite funny. Yeah, I'll put that in. Sorry, ignore me.
Oh, we're screwed.
No, it's nothing bad. It's just amusing.
Does she somehow have the barrel that turns into a mech?
No. So you do find there is an axe in here. There is also a dagger. You also think there was a sling. That's in terms of the weapons you find.
Alright, give me a second. I'll be back in a second.
Okie dokie. Okay, so if I was, yeah, I'll inquire after the dagger and the axe. See what they do.
Cool. Give me 1 second. So I'm just fighting with D&D Beyond here.
That's
Just to let you
the
know, I
way.
will have to go quite soon because I need to get things ready.
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright.
I think we're aiming to end at 1 anyway.
Perfect.
No, can't use that one. One of these I wanted. Alright, so you find out she will tell you that the dagger is a simple dagger, nothing particularly special about it. It is a +1 dagger, so just a little bit extra more damage.
Okay.
The axe, she kind of goes, this one's a bit more special. You do see it doesn't have a wooden handle, by the way. But obviously, there's no wood down here. It is a pure metal handle with metal blade. She's like, this axe is called Hue. It's a +1 attack weapon, and whenever you fight a creature, it's effective against creatures who are made of plants. That's what she would tell you.
Okay.
That's helpful.
That might actually be helpful down here.
I fucking love the fucking description of this bloody axe.
If it depends what it counts as plants, I guess. Does a mushroom zombie count as a plant?
I will not tell you anything until.
How much would each of these items be?
So, +1. The +1 dagger would be about 700 gem rock. And Hue itself would be 1,000 gem rock.
I mean, we may as well, right? We can't really use the spear.
This is true.
Do you have any potions? So what's that? That'd be 1,700. If we gave her the spear, we'd have 800 left.
Yes. No, don't.
You probably just just like poison resistance potions or healing potions. I think are what we're after.
Sure. Give me a second.
Potentially.
Oh, that's interesting.
Or anything super fancy, you know.
She's got a certain level of things. I'm just making sure she's got that. So, what is it you're particularly looking for?
Just poison resistance mostly and healing.
She has resistance. Ooh, some really cool ones here. All of slipperiness. Those would both cost 200 GP for poison resistance. Healing, I think, is like 100 GP.
Is that a regular healing?
Yes.
Does she have 6?
6 regular healing? We just have a think. She would probably have about 4 on
I'm back.
herself.
Okay,
I'll pass
You
the
know.
50 Electrum I have to Auburn as well to add to his.
we won't need that.
Well, I'm just giving it to you to buy
Oh,
stuff.
okay,
like,
cool. Yeah, that's fine then. So yeah, we'll take the 2 weapons. We'll take the poison potion, poison resistance potion, and the 4 healing potions,
Okay, if you guys go to your
which
inventories...
should leave us with 200 gold, 200
Sure.
gem rock, plus that 50. So I'll add that on. Okay.
If you're going into inventories, then
Cool.
put Hue onto your list. That's the named weapon, so it's HEW. I'd say, by the way, Garrick, because it would start to get a bit excessive. If you're holding 2 fucking huge great axes, it's not going to work. I don't think you.
Well,
will.
I mean,
We can stow your other one in the bag of holding if you want.
I was also going to
In that-
say, is this like, what's this great axe give me?
it's called Hue. You can actually look it up and put it yourself.
Okay, cool. Well, I think if this great axe is better than the one I have, which I'm assuming it is, then I would just sell it. The current one, because the current one's just a plain great axe that
Oh, that's fair.
Auburn's added his.
We could potentially bamboozle her. Because it is technically enchanted. Let me just check how I get rid of infusions. If I have to touch it, then I'll just get rid of it now. Oh yeah, no, I can just choose when it goes away. Like if I make another one, I can just go. Yeah, I don't want to remember that one anymore.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I guess we sell her a +1 crate axe.
Cool. She will offer
Maybe.
you 400 gem rock for that.
Cool.
Should identify it. There's not anything that says that this is a fake. Whatever.
No, as far as I can see, it turns it into a magic item until I stop it.
Chooses no longer magic.
Yep, your infusion remains in an item indefinitely, but when you die, the infusion vanishes after 4 days. The infusion also vanishes if you give up your knowledge of the infusion or you exceed your maximum number of infusions.
You're not exceeding that.
Oh,
are you,
so I can just, if I make another one, it will go away.
Cool. In that case, yeah, you can sell off the axe with 400 gem rock.
Okay, there we go.
Amazing.
Feels bad to be her, I guess.
Be bamboozled.
Right, do you want to
You've
take
got no
that
way to
money or
stop
shall I
it. She sees
just add it
magical
to a...
axe and then.
Shall I add it to a global pile, or do you want to take the money?
Get it to a global pile.
Sweet. Well, throw it in the bag.
Hello.
Okay. Awesome.
Okay, cool.
Right. Axe has been purchased.
Indeed, I can get rid of that now. That's fantastic. Go away. We don't want the Adder of Strife anymore.
I love this fucking axe, man. It's such a
Okay.
fucking stupid one. I love it.
So yeah, after we've done our little shopping spree, I will head on over to that blacksmith and do my thing.
Perfect.
You have a thing?
I have a thing.
He does.
Oh boy, it's been a while.
Oh, no. What is
It's been
this
like
thing?
23 episodes this thing's been in the
Yeah, it
works.
Fuck it out. Okay, so I'll come up with the stats for that later. I'm thinking, with the shopping done, with the Abraham surgery done, and you guys now chilling in the city of Sacco Order Oculi.
What's the name?
It's the Sacred Order of the Eye.
Ah. Latin?
Yep. That's why I was seeing if I fuck up the pronunciation.
I'm gonna have to go in a little bit, guys, just to let you aware.
Well, we are
I'm
wrapping
literally
up.
just saying we are just finishing the session.
Oh, fine. Sorry, I wasn't listening.
What?
Evidently.
I know, me not listening. Yeah.
I hope everyone enjoyed the session, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good. It was good.
And remember, everyone.
Are we ending with a long
potion
rest
ship.
to spend the day, or are we doing that next time?
We would do that next time.
Cool.
Actually, everyone but Abraham can effectively take a long rest. We essentially been watching this surgery for 8 hours.
Ooh.
Sweet.
I just get my rage back, but it's still good to have.
I don't think Abraham's used anything anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
I literally haven't done anything, so it doesn't make a difference to me.
Second.
I just don't think he could have taken a long rest during that because he was basically
No,
being
no.
tortured in a way.
Oh, that's fair.
It certainly wasn't restful.
Yeesh.
For the sake of what we've bought, if I give you the axe, the potion resistance, the potion of poison resistance, and 2 of the healing potions, Cameron,
Okie dokie.
I'll hang on to the dagger and 2 of the.
Can you write that
potions.
down for me? Because I've already forgotten, and I'll add that now.
The axe, which is Hugh, for poison resistance, and the dagger, you was, right? Not mental.
No, so 2 healing potions, the poison potion, and the axe. I'm gonna hang on to the dagger and the other 2
You
things.
should be able to find us all on D&D Beyond, by the way.
Okie dokie. Wait, we still using that?
It's okay. They've decided that they don't want to make any changes now.
I know.
I'm not
but-
stopping that. I've got all the books now. I'm not paying any more money, but
In a grand U-turn.
Wonder why they might have done that.
I know, right? Funny stuff.
Anyway.
If we're wrapping up there, it's been a pleasure. It was a very good session.
Was
I enjoyed not having to fight any more giant spiders for a little bit.
me too.
It's nice.
I actually joined a session where I didn't have to fight giant spiders.
Yeah, we didn't kill Abraham. That's good.
It's also a bonus.
And then we'll just have to go and fight giant spiders next time.
Do we have to?
yay!
Oh, we did also get some stuff. How exciting. Good stuff.
Good stuff.
So what? Our next one, if all goes to plan, will be on the 12th of February. So, we'll see you then.
See you then.
Bye!
Bye.